I'm gonna revisit the Munster MNSTR knife designed by Ken Shadow Goodman and manufactured by Delta2Alpha. I have some follow-up after carrying it for a few months. First of all, I'm gonna tell you, I do love the knife, but I do have a couple of criticisms. And but first, let's talk about this. The other version of the knife, the one with the reverse edge designed for Pikal use. It's great. I'm glad that they did this. I think it's a really good option. And they also gave me this as a bonus, right? Which is good because I had 2 sheaths. As you can see, I cut through the stitching on this sheath, which is pretty easy repair. But I feel like there could have been better spacers in the sheaths to protect the stitching. So that's one of my criticisms of the sheath. The other one is that because this is a top-heavy knife, you have to be real careful, especially if you pocket carry this. So this is how I carry mine. I throw this around my lanyard or around my belt loop, and I stick it in my pocket for easy access. Now, that's all fine and good till you take your pants off. And then this will fall out of your pocket. It'll catch, and because the knife is heavy, this will drop out and stick you if you're not careful. I've had this knife drop towards my feet many times. Now I'm very careful about how I deal with it. But if I forget and I take my pants off, I better be quick on my feet or this is gonna spear one of my feet. I would love to see a Kydex sheath for this with, you know, a nice secure retention and maybe a pocket clip or a variety of options for how you carry it, because this sheath is not very secure. It works, it does what it's supposed to do, and but if you are gonna buy one, be aware of that. Don't get speared in your foot. Just be careful how you carry it. Now, besides that, the training knife, when I started using this, wires were coming off, and that doesn't seem like much, except I'm training on a martial arts gym floor on my and I have Muay Thai fighters in here barefoot all the time, so if a piece of wire comes off this thing and is on the mats, it can stick in their foot. It could cause a sliver. So it is not good to have this stuff coming off. It seems fine now. It seems to have stopped shedding or whatever you call it. But this training knife that comes with this is one of the things I absolutely love about this whole setup. So these are my only criticisms after carrying it for a couple of weeks. I love the knife. I'll continue to carry it. I'll continue to use it in my training because Delta2Alpha has done what every tactical knife manufacturer should do and gave you a knife as well as a training option that fits in the sheath. I mean, that is so awesome. So while I love this product, I have found a couple of criticisms for it. And I'm not telling you that you shouldn't buy it. I think you should. It is a great product. But I'm telling you to be aware of these things so that you can adapt your carry. You can be careful when you take your pants off. Take the knife out first. That's my only advice. And the only other thing I can tell you is that because this is such a heavy knife, when it fell out of my pocket one time, it stuck in the floor and it actually bent the tip. All right, so again, not a big deal. I took a rubber mallet and straightened it out, but and it was just a little bent. So those are my only concerns with the knife. This is an excellent EDC. It is an excellent defensive knife. And it is exactly what they sell it to be. If you do systems like the Medusa system, Piper, or any of these prison-based combat systems, it's a pretty good tool for that. It's a really good tool for that. This thing, this monster of a knife, this monster of a stabbing implement is not gonna fail you. It may not be the best, because it's so thick, it may not be the best slicing tool, but as a stabbing tool, I don't think you can beat it. Ken Goodman based it off of things he'd seen in the prison system as far as shanks, and this is a production shank designed to do what it's designed to do, and designed to do it well. So while I do have some criticisms, I also believe this is a fantastic knife. Okay, I'm finishing my workout. Two other things that are apparent is that hook, well, it really helps with access and maintaining the grip on your knife. It can also get caught up on clothing. Also, if you go prone, there's a really good chance that your knife will fall out of your sheath, okay? So if you fall on your back in a fight, which can happen, your knife may not be there when you go to retrieve it. So these are just a couple of things to be aware. And don't get me wrong, criticism does not mean I dislike the knife. I love the knife. I am glad I purchased it. I carry it often, but these are some things to be aware of if you are gonna buy this knife. Thank you.